皆さん、2番セグメントは日本語を勉強します。よし。Here we are. Here we go. All right. Ooh. Y'all having a good day? I hope y'all having a good day. I'm hoping that, this is helping you all out. And I hope y'all help me out too. Because I want to get better at speaking Japanese and getting fluent. Going into Genki 1 for kanji drills. Kanji drills today. Where are you at? Here we go. Yosh. Alright. Let's see here. Alright. Let's see. Our last word was kare. So let me see if I can make sure I'm in the right page. No, I'm not in the right page. Because this is the last group. In Genki 1. Let's see. Here we are. Kare. Yep, here we are. Kare. Alright. 皆さん、今が、日本語を勉強しましょう。Alright, our first word of the week. 彼氏。彼氏。彼氏。Okay. This is boyfriend. I believe this is kare and this is she. Yeah, it's still the same. I got it right. Kare and she. And this is boyfriend. Okay. Our next word is imi. Meaning. It means meaning. Meaning. Imi. Here we are. Me. Meaning. Alright. Our next word is an adjective. We're in the adjectives now. Is semai. 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 Oop. Gomennasai. Eigo. Hai. Kanji. Semai. Alright. Seima and I. This means narrow or not spacious. There we go. Okay. Our next word is hiroi. Hiroi. Here we are. Hiroi. Hiroi. This is hiro and I. This means wide and spacious. Semmai hiroi. Alright, our next word is warui. Waruiji. Waruiji. We all know this word. This is very common. Warui. Warui. It means bad. You hear me say that a lot. waru, and I. This means bad. And here's another one that we hear a lot, especially in anime, and that is itai. 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 Very interesting how expression of pain also has different wordings. Because we would say ouch in English, but you would say itai in Japanese instead of ouch. So fascinating how language works. Next one is amai. Amai, which means sweet. 子供のが甘いです。Fruits are sweet. Ama and E. Now we have the not adjective. 素敵な。素敵な。素敵。Here we go. 素敵な。Which means nice. 素敵な。スイカゲームが素敵な。I'm assuming this is techie. And this is na. Okay. Let me know in the comments section if I got that right. The kanji for suteki na. Alright. And now we're going to do adverbs and other expressions. Okay. O dai ichi ni. Oh, I am misspelling that, and it's in English. No. O dai chi. O dai ichi ni. There we are. Oh, no, that is not the right kanji. Oh, no. Oh, that's because I misspelled you. Ora, ichi, ni. Again, it's ji, ni. There we go. Ora, ichi, ごめんなさい。おだいじ。There we go. おだいじ。おだいじ。There we go. おだいじに。おだいじに。Means get well soon. おだお大事お大事に get well soon. Alright, looks like hi. Hi. Okay. So we only got, so there's only 5 more expressions left, And this is the end of Genki 1. So, we're going to... let's see here. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. We're going to end this Genki 1. And next week we'll begin with Genki 2 vocabulary. So let's finish this off on a great note then. Alright. 元気がない。あ、すみません。Alright. 元気。元気がない。Here we are. 元気がない means don't look well. There we go. 元気がない don't look well. Okay. Taboon. 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 This is probably or maybe. Okay. Probably, maybe. 初めて。初めて。Okay. This means for the first time. 初めて。初めて。初めて for the first time. Nisanichi. 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 面白い。に3にちに3日 Alright. This means for 2 to 3 days. Nisanichi for 2 to 3 days. Ni san nichi for 2 to 3 days. Alright. And our last kanji of Genki. Looks like it's onaji. 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 Onaji means same. Ona and ji. It means same. All right. There we go. Woo. So, Genki 1, for nouns and adjectives, all the kanji in the vocabulary list for nouns and adjectives that has kanji is complete. I ignore the ones that were just straight hiragana, because the whole point is to learn the kanji, and this is nearly a good 10 pages of kanji, and I compiled it all together here into one, so I don't have to flip through the pages if I need to find a word and waste time. You know what I'm saying? Trying to go through all of these mid pages. You know, the point is that now it's all in one, all stacked up in one like this, and I can be able to a quick look. This is from the first couple of pages from Kaiju number 8 manga, but starting from down here onwards is Genki. So we're talking 10 pages or around 10 pages of this, but that's the whole point, is to have all the kanji, all the words that have kanji in it that are nouns and adjectives all in one whole chart here, so I can be able to search for that kanji instead of instead of going through the fast finder if I don't need it, or worse, going through a dictionary, Japanese dictionary, which is extraordinarily difficult because they don't do like the kanji fast finder does. So that's the whole entire point of doing this, so that way I can get to the kanji a little faster. I hope it'll work out. I hope it'll work out. I mean, it's not exactly spectacular, but it also gave me a chance to be able to, read the kanji, but I don't know how well ingrained it worked out. But the point is that I have the whole chart and I can just search a little bit better than going through the craziness of a dictionary or flipping through a lot of pages and not waste a lot of time. So starting, I will return to Genki 1 vocabulary to cover the verbs exclusively, and put them in their own separate chart. That's why I haven't added the verbs. I want to put them in a separate chart because they're a little different. They're a different sort because unlike kanji, which could have onyomi or kunyomi readings, verbs have their what they I believe what is called here. Let's see here. Here we are. What is called, I believe, okurigana. I believe that's what they called that, okurigana. They're generally used for kanji which stand alone or with okurigana. So basically, it's a kun reading. Verbs, it's a kun reading, but it has hiragana following it, like ikimasu, tabemasu. So that's a whole different layer of reading. So that's why the verbs are separated, so that it doesn't throw me off when reading regular kanji. Because as you can see, like for example here, semi, especially with the adjectives, they end with e or na, so it could be a throw off with the okurigana of Japanese verbs. So starting next week, we're going to go into Genki 2 and start working on the noun and adjective vocabulary and listing those out. And then once all that is done with Genki 2, we're going to return to Genki 1 to do the verb kanji. And a kurigana reading. So now it is time for the next drill. Reverbs. We're going into reverbs here. Here we go. Alright. Intransitive, teshimo, and to. So page 140, 141, and 142 of Genki 2. The Genkis. Let's see here. Alright, page 140. So I can get the verbs going. And this is very important that I do the verb drills before I do the verb list. Because I gotta really get into my head to differentiate u verbs that end with ru and ru verbs that do like tabemasu, or else I'm gonna be throwing my it's gonna get harder along the way. All right, so this is intransitive te iru, and subject got intransitive te iru. Okay. So let's see here. When it comes to do verbs, so so it becomes tabete and tote. Simple enough, because what's so great about some of this stuff here is sometimes when they have te, like teiru or teishimo, it's just taking the te form of the verbs, and that's very straightforward. Thankfully, it is very straightforward, and it doesn't take much to do this. This is tabete. Oh, it's not giving me my kanji. So it is tabete. Here's tabete. Okay. Tabete. And then we add the iru. Iru. Tabete iru. Okay. So basically, because again, it's is it act like a, yeah, it acts like a ru verb. So you would say tabete imasu, totte imasu, ite imasu, yonde imasu, just like that. So, but with ru verbs, it's perfectly fine. It's a ru verb unto itself. So every verb gets converted into a ru verb when it's when using the intransitive te iru. So that will be written as tabete imasu. So we have tabete imasu, tabete imashita, tabete imashita, tabete imasen. Tabete imasen. There we go. Tabete imasen. This one doesn't want to give me my kanji. There we go. Yosh. And tabete imasen deshita. Tabete imasen deshita. Tabete imasen deshita. Okay. Always remember your context, because basically intransitives are very crazy with their behavior, and they deal with actions in progress or a change in states. It's like something is happening, basically, like you're opening something or something is opening. So where in the transitives you're open something, the intransitive is saying something's open. So it's pretty crazy. It's a little crazy. See, like some of the examples that they're showing here, the transitive says shimeru, which is close something, and then you have shimaru, which is something closes. So it's a crazy thing. When operating on their own. So here we go. So we got, so for toru, it is of course totte. There we go, totte. Here is totte. いる。取っている。Alright, we have 取っています。取っています。Oops, you are not supposed to be like that. There we go. Okay. 取っています。取っていました。That's annoying. Hold on. It never wants to automatically give me the correct kanji. Here we go. Paste. 取っていました。取っていません。取っていません。and 取っていませんでした。So it's basically like saying something's taken. 取っていませんでした。取っていませんでした。There we go. So we could say for a quick phrase, ramen, 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 ramen ga tabete imasu. There we go. Tabete imasu. There we go. A sentence like that. Over here, just say manga ga totteimasu. Here we go. Subject ga intransitive teiru. That's what it will look like. So basically, with intransitives, you're basically saying like the windows are open or the light is off, this computer is broken, as opposed to the transitive where you're saying Tomo's turning the light on or Godzilla is destroying the city. So, yeah, there we go. Next is Teshimo. 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 Okay. So we're gonna take the te and shimo, a te form of the verb. So totte shimo, tabete shimo. It does have two meanings. One is finish doing something, and the other is something that's been done regrettably. So it's got two meanings, and it's very important to watch your context. Okay. Now, from what I'm seeing here, I'm saying Shima. Sorry. Teshima. That's not mo, that's ma. Sorry about it. It's Shima, not Shimo. Gomen nasai minasan. Sorry about that. So apparently from what from how this is done, you insert shima in between. You end it with mashita, and it looks like that's across the board. So no matter what, and ta. So either end it with mashita or ta, and they have the example here for taberu. So it'll look something like this. Tabe te shi ma imashita. Okay. Here we go. And here it is. Okay. Okay. Tabete shimaimashita. So the u gets dropped and gets replaced with imashita. It's explaining a lot of things, but but what it's not explaining, interestingly enough, is why the u part in shima gets dropped for imashita. It's very odd. You can also do it this way too. Tabete. Tabete shimatta. Tabete shimatta. And you can see there's a te shima as well. Okay, and if and the same rule applies for words like yonde, asunde. You do the same thing. It's yosonde shimaimashita, yonde shimata. So just remember that it's the same exact rule with de as opposed to te. So over here we would have totte. Okay, is totte. She ma imashita. Okay, so here's te shima imashita, and totte shimata. Shimata. Alright. So pretty much when you say shimata, it's kind of like saying say something like I lost my homework, or if I were to say manga o totte shimata, then I'm saying I took the manga. Manga o totte shimata, as opposed to but if I wanted to like finish doing something, let's say I want to finish doing something, then I would say manga o yonde shimaimashita. So I finished reading manga. And if you want to regret something, then you would say something like kage oh, what's lost? Kage, to lose. Let's see. Oh, never mind. I see it right here. Kage o naku shichatta. Oh, that's a contraction. Sorry. Sorry. That was a contraction that I was looking at. We're not doing contractions. We are. Here we go. To lose something, nakushimasu. So it would be kage o nakushi nashu. I'm getting tongue twisted here. Nakushite. What's the te form? Yeah, nakushite. I was correct. Nakushite. Nakushite imashita. Nakushite shimaimashita. Kagi o nakushite shimaimashita. See, it started because I got through shi twice. So kagi o nakushite shimaimashita. So I lost the keys. I regrettably lost the keys. So yeah, there we go. So there's context involved when applying teshima. So make sure you're very careful with how you contextualize, because you don't want to mess that up. All right, and finally we're gonna cover to. So this is a little different from what we know to, like when we say ramen to manga, we're saying ramen and manga. But this one's a little different because this one is used with the present tense short form of a predicate plus to. It means whenever the situation described by the predicate holds true, another thing happens. So we're kind of like saying whenever this happens, whenever A happens, B happens too. So sort of like if I were to say whenever I drink water, when I drink water, I'm no longer thirsty. So like that. That's basically the way that's being said. So, let's see here. How does this apply to verbs? This one is this seems to be tricky. There we go. Kaeru. So we just only use kaeru. Alright, it's short forms. It's short present form. So iku, taberu, toru, and then we put to next to it. Alright. So something like, for example, ramen. Here we go. Let me scroll this up a bit. Ramen o taberu to oishii desu. Let's see. I could just say oishii desu. There we go. Sorry, I didn't put the kanji for oishii desu. Oh well. Let's see here. Oishii. That's alright. I'm not gonna take up too much time here. Ramen o taberu to oishii desu. Whenever I eat ramen, it's delicious. So what about toru? So it's toruto. So I would say manga o toruto. Manga o toruto. Nihongo o Nihongo o yoimasu. Whenever I take manga, I read Japanese. There we go. There we go. Simple. That's all. Just be careful with the order, because the second clause have to follow the event. You can't reverse it. You can't reverse it. According to the whole thing, because the action you're currently doing is leading into the results of the action. Basically, whenever you're doing something, this is the result. So when I eat ramen, it's delicious, and whenever I take manga, I read the Japanese. There we go. All right. So there is our verbs of the day. Tabeteru, totteru, the transitive forms. Tabete shimaimashita and totte shimaimashita. Tabete shimata and totte shimata. That's finished doing something or regrettably done something. And finally, to, taberuto and toruto, whenever. So ramen o taberuto oishii desu. Whenever I eat ramen, it's delicious. Manga o toruto nihongo o yomimasu. Whenever I take manga, I read Japanese. There we go. All right. So that's our verb drills for the week. Yosh. Genki 2. All right. And now for our final drill. Let's get this up right now. Sentences. It's time for the sentences. All right. So as I have pointed out, in Genki 2 last week, I covered mae ni. And funny enough, an integrated approach to intermediate Japanese also lined up with teaching mae ni. Pretty much reached the both points at the same time. So I opted last week to skip mae ni and go to the counters here. To the counters here. So that way I don't have to repeat the same lesson last week. So we're gonna do mae ni again, along with atode and toki ni. They're all on the same page 114-5. And this won't take long because this is very simple. And also extremely important because it's a very common saying that we all do in many languages when we say before, after, and when. Before I do this, I'm going to do this. After I do this, I'm going to do this. And when I do this, this happens. So I'll do this. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I'm saying? It's that kind. So it's very quick and straightforward. It's very quick and straightforward. So for one example, so we'll start with mae ni, before. So in terms of the verb, it does involve verbs. So we'll use one universal phrase, and that's iku. We'll use iku in this example here. So we got iku, mae ni. So this is actually a very common thing, and I would suggest practicing with iku to get used to saying before, after, and when. So, 行く前に is before I go. 行く後に which doesn't require any kanji. It's just 後に. Let's see. Is it 後に or 後で? Oh no, it's 後で. Sorry. 後で. 行く後で after I go. And finally 行く時に 行く時に There we go. When I go. So that's very straightforward, very simple. Before I go, let's make a quick sentence. Let's make a quick sentence. 行く前に 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 manga を撮ります. Before I go, I'm gonna take the manga. Here we go. Alright, just like that. Then, let's say manga. Manga を oh, sorry. This should be. It's supposed to be 撮ります. Alright. I need to fix that up. 撮ります. Here we are. 撮ります. Now this one is 漫画を撮る後で後で後で後でスマホスマホを電話電話します。電話をします。あと、あと、本屋。There we go. 本屋。本屋を電話をします。本屋が電話をします。Then 本屋oh no, there we go. After that, then down here we'll say 本屋本屋が電話をするときにSo when I call the bookstoreノート no to. Oh, it's no. I thought it was so. Noburu. I screwed up his name. No to o kakimasu. There we go. Kakimasu. So that's how. There we go. That's how it works. So, iku mae ni manga o torimasu. Before I go, I'll take the manga. Manga o toru ato de honya ga denwa o shimasu. After I take the book, I'll call the bookstore. Honya ga toru o suru toki ni noto o kakimasu. When I call the bookstore, I will take notes. There we go. That's how all three work. Alright, so there we go. That was mae ni, before, ato de, after, and toki ni, when. So there we go. And that means now, next week, we'll cover ka and kato, worried weather, and we'll cover these three since they're all together here. Nore hanai desho ka, and so on. I think that might be the case. 3 versions of that. So that'll be next week. Yosh, minasan. Let me know in the comments section below if I got anything wrong. I am still a student, and we are all here to learn. Thank you all. 皆さん、ありがとうございます。日本語を勉強しました。よし、皆さん。Thank you, everybody. That was Japanese studies. Thank you very much. ありがとうございます。